Peace and love, my brothers and sisters all across the land and sea. You know who it be. It's always me. It's the Aquamarine Amicus Warrior, here to drop that knowledge and speak my peace. It's Nightwalker. How y'all doing? I don't know if it's night in y'all neck of the woods, but it is in mine. Like I said, y'all know who it be. It's always me. It's the Aquamarine Amicus Warrior. Anyway, my message is simple today. It's called illusion and corruption. Okay? And I'm going to drop that knowledge in 3 simple states. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop it in 3 simple. Second thought, I'm going to drop it in 3 to 13 different states. Okay? It's going to be a powerful message for some of y'all who don't know much about me and what I'm about. Okay? Now, like I said, I'm a transitioning vegetarian vegan, which means I don't eat anything that has a soul or has a face, because I love all the animals on the planet, down to the humblest little hamster. Hey, don't blame me. I had my first awakening when I was 13 and realized that, hey, if we are so intelligent, if we are so evolved as we like to think we are, why do we need to consume the life force of another creature who has the same intellect and the same principles as us? Have we thought about that, my brothers and sisters? Have we given that any point of thought at all? I'm gonna let y'all ponder that for a minute, okay? Like I said, my message today is illusion and corruption. Now, back in slavery time, when we were getting whipped by the master, because they didn't allow us to read, so we had to pronounce that as best as we could. The master, not master, like we pronounce it in today's time. It was master, okay? They gave us what little they wanted us to have. So in our village and around our people, we didn't eat the souls of innocent animals. We ate fruits and vegetables and nuts and proteins and berries, papayas and mangoes and apples and oranges. Plants and stuff that had protein in them, because our ancestors were very in tune with the elements and the nature. We knew how to get water from a tree branch just by cutting it in the right place, or getting sap to make a trap just to trap something that we thought was deadly that was coming to cause trouble to our village. But my point I'm trying to make is, and my message is simple, it's illusion and corruption. Like I said, I'm speaking my piece on this, okay? Anyway, when we were slaves to the back in 1874 to 1875, between the 1600s and the 1700s, they gave us whatever they thought they wanted us to eat, like pig ears and pig intestines, pigtails, stuff they wouldn't eat, okay? Point blank, they fed us the parts of the animal they didn't want to eat. And my message is simple to y'all. We're not slaves anymore. We're awakened. We're gods and goddesses. Technically, we were never slaves to begin with. We are gods and goddesses, okay? Kings and queens of our homelands. Look up your name, okay? Look up your name, your true name, and tell me how much money you think you'll be worth. Real talk, my brothers and sisters. Yeah, I'm not talking about the money that they use to make us work for them in this today's time. I'm talking about actual heritage. Money as in what you have inherited from your ancestors, the knowledge and the power and the understanding, okay? Sorry. I'm not doing this to seem weird, even though I am the king of weird. It's just that I got to drop this knowledge, and I'm trying to drop it in a way that doesn't insult any culture, but at the same time makes y'all think. When are we going to awaken? When are we going to stop allowing the corrupt and illusionary powers that be control our everyday life? Like I said, my message is about illusion and corruption. The media is an illusion. It is brainwashing. They tell you what they want you to hear. The corruption are these governments and governors and churches and armies and all this kind of stuff. They say they're here to protect us. But what are they protecting us from? Our own brothers and sisters across the land and sea? Now, this message I'm going to have to reiterate for the 10,000 to 12,000th time. Okay? And I hate to keep reiterating it, but it takes us 3 months to a year to learn English, Spanish, German, Japanese, Korean, French, Arabic, Russian. Shoot, even Hawaiian is a language, I believe. Yes, it is. But my point I'm trying to make is, my brothers and sisters, it takes us 3 months to a year to learn these languages. Why? Can any of you tell me why we are still fighting with our brothers and sisters all across the land and sea, who are technically only our cousins? The government says that they condition armies and soldiers, your own friends and family and aunties and uncles and stuff, to protect you for what is invading another country. If you think about it, all this used to be Pangea. So what are they protecting us from? Our own cousins, our own brothers and sisters across the land and sea? This is why when I come on here, I drop this knowledge like this. Peace and love, my brothers and sisters. It's the Aquamarine Amicus Warrior, and I'm dropping that knowledge for all my brothers and sisters all across the land and sea. I'm not talking to just one race. I'm talking to many different races of all great backgrounds. Some great, some not so great. Let's face it, we all got a messed up background, okay? We didn't all come from greatness. Even I didn't come from greatness. But like I said, we are all kings and queens and gods and goddesses. We are all awakened warriors. And I would like to know, if we are so awakened, why are we still eating the souls of innocent animals? If we are so intelligent, why do we feel the need to consume the life force of another animal? You know, I was watching this anime a while back called Death March to a Parallel World. And it confounded me that when this dude from another world was sitting around all his little servants, that the elf girl who he was bringing back to her people was eating the food, but she pushed the meat away, and they started to gripe on her and disrespect her, like, why are you doing that? Meat is a good source of protein. And she was like, meat? No. And then another girl who was a servant said that, hey, that's how you elves contain your longevity, your long lives. You don't eat meat. Stuff that causes your body to age quickly, develop cancerous sores, or cause you to not to be able to go to the bathroom as quickly as you want to because, you know, your colon is backed up. Think about this, my brothers and sisters. In the 1950s and 1980s and stuff like that, brothers and sisters of all across the land to see of what racial background ate meat like it was going out of cell. But you think about it now, there are a lot of vegetarian vegans, like there were back then, who have taught brothers and sisters from all races and all backgrounds the glory of eating plant protein, spirulina, kale, arugula, mock powder that has plenty of protein in it. All of these good, protein substitutes. You don't have to get your protein from just animal flesh. Okay, there's many different plants and proteins that you can, and fruits and vegetables too, that you can get your protein from. But my point I'm trying to make is, why are we believing in an illusion and a corruption that we need to eat meat to sustain ourselves? I often wondered how the Buddhist monks could live so long and obtain inner peace and inner balance, not just from having a solitary life from all the corruption and illusion that goes on in the world on today's basis, but they could also live a solitary, peaceful life because all they ate was rice and vegetables and fruit and stuff. It's rarely you ever see them eat fish. They would eat moon pies and stuff like that. But you will look at some of them and they will be strong as an ox or stronger than any warrior you ever seen. And you wondered how they look so youthful. You want to know their secret? They eat fruits and vegetables and plant protein, stuff that you can only find in nature, but is now available to you in stores. Why are you still allowing the corrupt powers that be and the illusion of the media tell you what to eat? Think about this, my brothers and sisters, and I'm going to reiterate this. Back in the 1950s, 1940s, and 1980s, before the 1990s came about, we ate red meat like it was going out of sale. I know this because I went into meditation. I have seen stuff like this, okay? I am a medium, okay? Which means I have visions and stuff like that from the ancestors and my REM state or whatever, and they teach me what I need to know. That is why I'm the Aquamarine Amethyst Warrior, because my third eye is awakened and I see the corruption and illusion that we are all living in. We allow the corrupt powers that be of the government to control our daily lives and tell us we are nothing without them. But if you think about it, they are nothing without us. They need our coin to keep their pockets fat. Without us, there is no them. So if we formed our own society, our own village or background, we would have no need from them. Think about this. In ancient times, villages were born because they were banished from men and women who were banished from government officials, kingdoms, and queens and kings' kingdoms, okay? Real talk, my brothers and sisters. They were banished from them, okay? So villages came to be from banished people from all different races, all different backgrounds, forming a village. And the best part was, after they formed it, sorry, I got distracted by my kitten. She over here chasing a mosquito or something, or a moth or whatever. It's amusing. I obtain inner peace and inner balance and amusement in the most unusual situations. That's why I'm the king of weird. But hey, that's just me. Whatever. I drop my knowledge, I speak my peace. But villages and backgrounds and people were born from the humblest village. And they prospered because they looked out for one another. They cared for one another. They shared their boats, their fruit, their vegetables, their tiny way of life with each other and helped out each other, helped one another grow. But then here comes some rich fat cat with a few pieces of coin in his pocket and thinking, oh, just because I have an army and weapons that you people are sustaining yourself quite well. I don't like this. And because I have an army and a few pieces of coin in my pocket, I think I have a right to take this. Corruption. That's corruption right there. And it's went on since the dawn of time. Because you have superior weapons, or should I say bigger weapons, and you create fear in the mind and in the heart of the innocent people by killing one of their loved ones or taking them away and enslave them, you make it easier for them to be controlled. So they have to pay you what little they have. Or you take from them forcefully their rice, their fruit, their vegetables, their plants, all that they need to sustain themselves in their village. The government is doing the same thing. All these islands, all these backgrounds. Sorry, I got distracted by my baby kittens again. They're playing chasing this moth. They're so cute. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm dropping knowledge for y'all, but I got distracted. That's not me. But anyway, My point I'm trying to make is all of us are a whole, okay? It's only the government who creates these illusionary lies, who tells us that we are nothing without them. That's their corruption. They create this illusion that we need them to sustain ourselves. They create this illusion that without them, there is no us. But we have sustained ourselves without a corrupt power that be watching over us for centuries on end. Through meditation, through prayer to our ancestors, through learning the truth of ourselves. It is only because some rich fat cat who called himself a duke or a duchess, females too have done this, or a king or a queen, came along with an army and weapons and told the people, hey, your race will now fall under our rule. You don't like it, we can slaughter you all here, and your history will be wiped from existence. Your people and your history and your background will be wiped from existence. And to keep that from happening, our people obeyed the corrupt ones and became bent to their will, and believed whatever illusionary lies they taught us. So this is my message. Why are we still obeying illusion and being blinded by corruption? How long will we be afraid? How long will we be asleep? How long will we allow ourselves to be led like sheep? We are a mighty people. No matter what race, what background, what ethnic persuasion, what religion, we are a mighty people. Why are we still bowing down to a system that only does one thing? It's actually does multiple things, but I'm just going to use one out of three things, okay? It does one out of three things to cause death, destruction, and an illusion and corruption. That's part of number three. That's a 3-in-1 type thing right there. Y'all got to work with me on this, okay? My point is, it's been going on since the beginning of time. Now look at this, my brothers and sisters. If you go on my YouTube page, you'll find that I dropped this knowledge a while back. This brother came up to me, okay? I don't know if he was having a bad day or whatever. But before I left to go do my job, I meditated and I prayed with the ancestors, and I received a vision that I was going to have someone off the wall day. I didn't know if it was going to become true or not, but I should have known. In my REM state, I'm more susceptible to visions from the ancestors or knowledge that they wish to let me know. The truth, not the lies they tell you in school and preschool and all these other lies. I learned the truth through meditation and prayer. Anyway, my point I'm trying to make is, my brothers and sisters, is simple. I learned the truth because I don't believe the lies, because I am awakened. Okay? Now, if we are so advanced in technology and culture and religion and background, why do we still need an army to defend ourselves from our own brothers and sisters? Why do we still need weapons of mass destruction made out of fear? The greatest weapons we can use to teach our brothers and sisters all across the land and sea is right here. The mind and the heart, okay? The mind and the heart. And we have been using that for the last thousands of years as chiefs and as leaders of great nations. But as soon as we allow some rich fat cat, whether he is a he or a she, come along with a little bit of an army and a weapon made of fear, we think that we have to bend to their rules. We do not. Look all around the world at the pyramids, the organ structures that still exist to this very day. Look at Rome and China and Asia and North Korea. Look at Spain. Some of the greatest monuments that we think have been wiped out are really just buried under dirt. It's the same with us. We think we are born stupid, but if you really think about it, we are born with much knowledge, okay? Our knowledge is incorporated into our DNA. You go into meditation for like 15 to 20 minutes. A simple chant, Om. Breathe in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Om. Find your secluded place in nature, in your home, burn some sage, whatever you do. Some aroma oil, whatever. I prefer to burn sage or some aroma oil, whatever piques your interest. And I meditate for hours, 2 hours, sometimes for a good 3 hours without even moving. Sometimes I try to go for like days without even moving. I go for a fast. I meditate for 3 days on end until I receive a vision from the ancestors. And I learn the truth that is encoded in our DNA of all the knowledge that we have at our disposal that is locked within us, and all the lies that we have been taught by the corrupt ones and the illusion ones who feed us these lies. Like I said, my message today is corruption and illusion. And I'll speak my piece on this. How long will we be afraid? How long will we be asleep? How long will we continue to allow ourselves to be led like sheep? Like I said, y'all know who it be. It's always me. It's the aquamarine amicus warrior, night walker. I don't have my amicus on today, my brothers and sisters. I got my quartz, my aquamarine, and my black summerloin on today because I was doing a meditation. But like I said, it takes us 3 months to a year to learn another language. And we can speak it fluently. Why are we still fighting our own brothers and sisters and our own cousins from across the land to sea? Because the government says we have to. Because the government wants us to. Without us fighting, there is no coin in their pocket for them. Without us fighting, they can't have a reason for them to exist. We must awaken. We must realize that their illusion, their corruption must end. We are one. And we must stop fighting each other like we are divided. We are connected like the roots of a tree. If you go to a swamp, you'll see that a swamp is nothing but one big tree that spreads its roots and grows some more. Okay? Realize that. I've spoken my piece. Peace.